evening, boys and girls. And I haven't done an upload like this for quite some considerable time, let's be honest. Well, other than my channel's launch. Oh, and by the way, the link to that channel... Oh dear, sneezing fit. Oh, excuse me. Right. The link to that channel... I've been sneezing like buggering suddenly. The dust in here from Bert's Woodwork. The link in that channel is in the description below. And I know there's going to be, what, about 200 to 300 of you actually watch this. And nothing in the title says that it's truck driving. You can see from the thumbnail that it's in my garage. So you're watching this to watch me. Thank you kindly. Very, very nice of you. My car channel is exactly the same. It's myself and my friends. You like it when Dan's in here, when Simon's in here, when I go to see Gary and things like that. And that's what the car channel is effectively. It's me and my friends doing stuff with cars. So if you're watching this, the link is in the description below to the new channel. Please, please go and click on it and subscribe to it. I'm going to do one upload a month. Okay, one upload at the beginning of every month. Just for the first year. So you might want to click the old bell when you subscribe there as well, so you get a notification, because obviously I'm going to be outside of the algorithm, so it probably won't show up. It might do, I don't know. But please, you know, the link below. Everyone's a winner. Anyway, what am I doing with this one today? There are so many things that I could talk about. From the Huawei stuff that's going on, you know, Huawei, you know, Huawei, it's the phone, it's the HU, whatever it is, but it said Huawei, to, you know, Brexit, to, you know, the impeachment of Trump and everything like that. And it's like, do I really want to talk about that? Really? Do I want to waste my time? I could probably make it funny if I wanted to think about it. But no, I thought what I'd do with this one is, I haven't really been doing many uploads on this channel. And yes, I've been working with my friends for the car thing, so on and so forth. But the reality is, last year I kind of just gave up. For the last few years, I've been going through the motions. I've been doing the same thing. You know, I go to work, I earn the money, and outside of the rent and food and fuel, everything is going on debts. Everything. You know, I've got no savings. I've not been putting anything into a pension for the last couple of years, which is really bad. But I've just been trying. I mean, fair enough, I have been succeeding. I mean, it's the end of 2016, beginning of 2017, there was a 5 at the beginning of the amount of debt I was in. Now there is a 2 at the beginning of it. So I've been getting there. But you know, you take like 3 steps forward and then 2 steps back when something goes wrong. And at the end of 2018, I was annoyed with what was going on. I had an idea, I had a plan, I thought, yes, I can do this. I'm within touching distance, and then I wasn't able to get what I needed to get to do it, and it's kind of just carried on spiralling. But I've, you know, kept up with it, so it's all good at the moment. But I was thinking about the car thing with my friends and with Simon, obviously with my friends and Simon, like Simon isn't a friend, they're too. But with my friends and everything like that. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm 35. Well, I'm 35 now. So obviously, beginning of 2019, I was going to be 35. When am I actually going to do this? You know, when am I going to do a vehicle channel with my friends? You know, am I going to wait for that glorious day when I'm debt free, which is realistically never going to come? You know, because, okay, I'll get on top of the debts I've got at the moment. Of course I will. You know, it's what I'm trying to do. But then I'll need to repair a car. Hopefully a child will come along in the not too distant future. Hopefully. Don't want to jinx anything, so touching real wood, you know. Yeah, hopefully a child will come along in the near future, and then that's where the money's going to go. And then hopefully, if I've got a couple of things on the back burner at the moment, but there could, touching wood, look, you know, I'm touching wood here, touching it. There could be a house purchase in the not too distant future, a couple of years, don't get me wrong, but You know, I'm 35, so a couple of years isn't the too distant future, let's be honest. It's a tiny percentage of the life I've lived so far. So there's going to be that debt. So when am I going to do the car thing? And 2019 was just a case of, let's just start recording something. Even if it's cack. Let's just record something and get something uploaded. You know, something that myself and my friends can look at and go, well, ooh, that was really? You know, and then just kind of go back to the drawing board and, as kind of a collective mind, fix it. You know, look at everything that we've recorded in 2019 as they upload throughout the year and go, right, well, that bit worked, that bit really didn't. Let's, you know, drop this and do that and try this angle and maybe use phone cameras more, so on and so forth. But if I don't start, I'm never going to. That's a problem with everything. If you're sitting at home going, oh, I'd really like to play the guitar. Okay, go and buy a guitar. You know, yes, if you're going to go Gibson or Fender or something like that, it's thousands of pounds. But you can pick up a dirty little Yamaha for a couple £100 or less off of Facebook. I mean, you know, if you want to, go and do it. You know, because when are you going to do it? And I've just been, for the last few years, I've just been waking up, working, sleeping, waking up, working, sleeping, waking up, working, sleeping, and doing nothing, getting nowhere. Filling this garage up with toot and crap and good ideas and bad ideas, and just getting nowhere. And I was just, last year, I was like, yeah, I'll do this and I'll use this channel as like what's going on in the background. And okay, I've kind of stuck to that with Twitter and Facebook. I've kind of been doing short little clips, and I've done the odd little thing on this channel, either going live or a short little clip, just to keep you up. But I haven't really been doing a vlog. I haven't really been doing this. Yeah, and okay, I know a lot of you want to see truck driving that, but I can't do that anymore. Okay, another thing in the pipeline is I might, I can't believe I'm about to say this, be going full time. Yeah, so uniform and everything. So I can't do this anymore because the company, zero tolerance to, you know, YouTubing when you're at work, distracted driving or saying the wrong thing about the company, and some of the clients that the company I work for has, you know, really it's a no-go. And the place I'm working at is 20 minutes away. So instead of 45, an hour, hour and 15, it's 20 minutes. So I really don't want to jinx it. So yes, the trucking element of this channel is pretty much dead. Okay, sorry, but it is. I'm not risking my income and my future plans just to drive along saying what I'm saying now. What's the point? If you want to watch me vlogging, there you go, here I am. I'm vlogging away. Hello. So I'm not going to risk it. Not now. Not after that was a catastrophe that really hit in 2016. Yes, I ended up in a bit of debt because of what occurred. But when I lost the job in the wholesalers, best kept secret on the internet, I lost a big income. You know, I don't want to get all big-headed or anything like that, because again, there are other companies you can earn more in. But for what I was doing with the flat rate VAT as well, I was hitting well over 42k virtually every year, truthfully. And after what happened in 2016, I started 2017 and went through 2017, and my tax return that year, now remember, I'd been working there, what, 4 years, 5 years? Yeah, always over the 40 grand mark, always over the 40 grand mark, every year. The end of 2017, remembering I got all this extra debt, the end of 2017, my tax return was 31,000. Or thereabouts, just over, I think. That's a kick in the nuts. I mean, that's a serious pay drop. So yeah, that's why it spiraled out of control so quickly. But anyway, it was a lot of things going wrong, and I tried to carry on doing the YouTube stuff where I could. I tried to carry on doing the trucking stuff where I could, but it became almost impossible. Fortunately, I got permission when I was at Continental Express, and then they went bankrupt. They went bust. And so doing trucking stuff on this channel is over. It really is. I'm sorry, it just is. And if the truth be known, I've got no real interest in trucks. Seriously, I don't. I know some people are going to sit at home and go, well, if you've got no interest in trucks, why did you do so much about truck driving? Because I'm not a selfish prick. Unlike you, clearly. I know that there are a lot of people out there who love trucks, who want to drive trucks. Yeah, fine. Some cat is on my roof by the sound of it. He doesn't leave me alone. I go in the garage, I close the door, he's on the bloody roof. I don't know whether it was picked up by the microphone, but but no, there are people who want to drive trucks, and I had, and I have, a lot of experience driving a truck, doing the kind of the main work, especially if you're new, you're starting out, you join an agency, chances are you're going to be doing some kind of fridge box work or dry box work, you know, to stores, RDCs, things that don't require a lot of experience behind the wheel, a lot of skill, because you've got large yards. Doesn't mean to say that everyone starts that way. And so I thought, well, maybe I can help people, and maybe I can build a channel and get a secondary income building the channel and doing all of that. And of course it was a joke as well. One of my friends was like, go on, I bet you can't. I bet you, just your personality, you'll get subscribers and all that kind of stuff. And again, another good dry run through, because I've always been thinking about doing a vehicle channel with my friends. And so, you know, I'm technologically as advanced as concrete. So doing YouTube is it's actually quite daunting for me. I've kind of got used to it, but there's still so much I don't know. Even when I watch YouTube channels about, well, this is how you do this and this is how you can do that, and I'm like, gobble 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 gobble, you know, what, you know, even my editing software, I cannot, this is really, really stupid, I'm about to say something that makes me look like a complete idiot. I am, when it comes to technology. My editing software, I don't know how to freeze frame to get a thumbnail. I haven't got a clue. That's why I don't have any of these wonderful bright yellow words on my thumbnails or anything. I haven't got a clue. I don't know. And so, again, this has kind of been a journey for me, learning to YouTube, to then obviously move it on to what I'd like to do with my friends. And it's just 2019, I was just, let's record stuff for the car channel, let's focus on that, sling up a few bits and bobs on this channel. There wasn't much, let's be honest. I've just been lazy. I've just been so lazy. Take for example today. Today is a day I was available to work. Tomorrow the i30 is going to Hyundai for its major service, because obviously I've got it on finance, I've got the warranty on it, I use the main dealership. Okay, calm down, don't fall out your pram. So tomorrow it's going in early in the morning, and I'm just staying there until it's done. But it's a major service, it's bloody everything. So it's going to be there for I don't know how long hours. And I'm going to probably walk around Chelmsford and do odds and sods. But anyway, I'm going there tomorrow, and I got a message this morning when I woke up. It was, we've got a 1400 for you today if you want it. Now I'm an AM driver, so 1400's obviously PM. And it's a bit quiet in January, always has been, 3-day weeks. I was like, no, because if I do this one, I'm going to be finishing in the early hours, because I'll do 14 hours on a 1400 start easy. I'm going to be finishing like obviously 4 a.m. in the morning. By the time I get home, sort everything out, I've got to be in Chelmsford for 8. I've been up since like 9 a.m. today. I'm going to be in Hyundai for hours. I didn't get a courtesy car because I can't be asked to spend the extra money. I can't do it. You know, I'm not even going to attempt it. And it is now 14:45. I got out of bed 40 minutes ago, and I've got to kick this fug. I really have. I've got to become more enthused with things. You know, if you follow me on social media, Twitter and Facebook and stuff, I started doing 10k on my static bike when I got home from work. I put the TV on, hop on the static bike, and just cycle resistance of over 5. So the top end of the resistance scale, because it went up to I think 8 or something. And do 10k, hopefully in under 30 minutes. And I was taking photos of that. Then I got ill. I got the flu and all that kind of crap. So I gave up for a little while. But I have been doing it. For anybody who's curious, I have still been doing it. I just haven't been bothering with the photos. But I've been so lazy at everything else that even though every day I'm getting home on that bloody bike and then doing 10k whilst watching Breaking Bad or something, I've actually put on half a stone. And it's not in my legs or anything. You know, I've a squidgy. Yeah? And I've got to kick it. I've had enough. Gary, obviously last time you would have seen him on this channel, or seen him at all, same as me, you know, big old, you know, got some moves. He doesn't now. No. Last 5 months he's lost nearly 4 stone. He's done amazingly well. He's been doing that HITT workout stuff, and he's completely changed his diet, and he's done fantastic. He was a 42-inch waist the last time he was on this channel. He is now a 34-inch waist in 5 months. Hats off to the man. And I saw a photo of him recently, a couple of days ago actually, and I thought, I can't be this anymore. I can't just laze about all the time. I've got to do something. And I dragged myself out of bed, like I said, about 40 minutes ago, an hour ago I suppose. And I was standing there and I was making me a cup of tea, and I was thinking, you know what, let's do a vlog. Let's do a load of random bollocks that I probably forget halfway through. I always do that, don't I? Have you noticed? I'll be off at a tangent, completely forget, and then never go back to it. Have you ever noticed that? I probably did it in this one, thinking about it. Let's do a vlog, let's do something, and then set myself a challenge. If I'm doing the cycling every day, which, let's be honest, when you've done a 15-hour day, and you've been sitting in the cab all day, and you get home, last thing you want to do is hop on the bleating static bike and you know, cycle whilst watching Breaking Bad or something. Yeah? So if I've been doing that, I can bloody well take myself into this garage, one day off each week, sit here and talk about bollocks. Maybe rant about anything. You know, climate change, for example, or Brexit, or Trump, or anything, trucks, or car drivers, or anything, just something. Yeah, because then I can keep content on this channel, I can commit to something, I can yank myself out of this fug, give myself a direction, you know, do an upload a week on this channel, even if it's just sitting here. I'll see if I can drag Simon in here kicking and screaming, get Gary in here kicking and screaming, Dan back in here, you know, everything and anything. I mean, if you hadn't noticed, this has come off the Terrican, and that was me and Dan a couple of weeks ago, so he's been round here. And we did something obviously for the vehicle channel that we'll upload in due course. And I'm just thinking, why not? You know, struck a bill vlogs. Doesn't necessarily mean to say it has to be in a truck. I can still weekly vlog. And so this year, I'm trying to just drag every bit of enthusiasm, every bit of energy I've got. I'm trying to just drag it in, pull it out of me, whatever, term you want to use. And just have focus, drive, and go. The year is starting badly. The year is starting really, really badly. And it's not just for me either. I mean, I don't like talking about other people's personal lives without them here, but everything that happened last year has effectively resulted in the breakdown that Simon's experienced. But I don't want to talk about it unless I get him in, because there's various elements of this, and I really, again, talking about somebody else's personal life without them here. Gary is going through a divorce, been married over 10 years. Yeah, so we're all kind of, this year has really started with one right up the nuts, end of 2019. Yeah, 2019 goes out with a kick. We've all been kind of down, we've all been kind of in this, I don't know, just, it's not depression, I don't know, it's weird. Things have just not been lining up for all of us. I mean, Dan's having a few issues. Again, I'm not going into details without them present. And Gary has decided to turn some negatives into a positive. Like I said, he's been doing the working out and stuff. He's been venting his frustration because of, obviously, the marriage breakup time. He's been venting his frustration. He's gained a lot. He's seen how much he's lost, and it's infused him. It's made him carry on. It's made him work harder. Yeah. Simon has had his issues last year and various things he's just completely given up on, but he's decided to concentrate on something else, and it's given him direction. It's given him, momentum to get going. And I thought, well, they're all doing it. Why don't I? Yeah. Why don't I give myself a couple of things, a couple of simple things? I mean, I'm doing 10k on setting 7, and it goes up to, it goes up to 9. Sorry, I told her it goes up to 9. I'm doing setting 7 resistance on a bike that goes up to 9. I'm doing 10k in 25 minutes. Yeah. When I started doing it, it was about 31. Yeah. So I'm not really pushing myself, but I'm doing it. When I started, it was like setting 4, setting 5. So, I'm getting a bit more stamina. I'm getting a bit more, into it. So let's give myself this, a little vlog once a week. Anything. Talk about anything. Talk about a bleeding cup of tea. Yeah? Talk about the difference between 5W30 and 10W40, for example. Whatever. Load of old bollocks. But it gives me something. Yeah? And around that, I'm also editing the stuff for the car channel. And I've got a few bits and bobs for the car channel, like I said in a previous upload, that I've got to redo because yeah, the footage died. So I've got to redo that as well. So I'm giving myself some things, and of course there's the thought of going full time as well. Now, let's reference the full time, because I've been agency for 11 years. I've actually been self-employed for a long time. When I was in agriculture, I was self-employed, and then I had a couple of years in between agriculture. It kind of overlapped, and into truck driving, and they overlapped both sides, where I was full-time employed in retail stores, Sainsbury's for example. And they are, other than my Tesco's employment when I was at college, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 35. Got my first job when I was 17, when I was in college. I've been a full-time employee, ergo PAYE, working for somebody for about 4 years. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to go full-time. I want to take holiday, can't have it because somebody else has. What? I see the struggles of everybody else, and I'm like, I don't know. The office politics as well. Agency guys tend to get away with office politics, tend to kind of skirt around the outside of it unless they really are obnoxious. Because the difference between a full-time member of staff when you're a company driver and an agency member of staff is the company needs that agency member of staff. Okay? And the agency member of staff doesn't have to do that shift. Yeah, you work for 3 or 4 agencies, and one of the agencies puts you in a client where they start taking the mickey, you know, doing the office politics, always giving you the crap run. Well, when they need you, you'll go to Joe Bloggs and Son via the other agency. See you later. When you're full-time, it's not so easy for you to do that. And so with agency, you can kind of just skim across it. Yeah, you kind of get around it. You see it happening to everyone else. But when you're in because they need you in that seat. They have no one else. Yeah, when you're full-time, do you really want to lose your job, your pension, your little benefits that you get? Yeah, are you going to get another job? If you're in a depot where there's no other depots in your vicinity for about 40 minutes, you see, so going full-time is going to be a bit, and there's going to be a pay cut, another one, but I survived the last one, I can survive this one. But the thing is, and the thing that's really kind of getting me, is I do 4 on 2 off at the moment. Well, at the moment 3 days a week, but usually it's 4 on 2 off. If I do full time, it's 5 on, 3 off. And if I want to do my weekly vlog, the car stuff, yeah, and any other odds and sods I might be wanting to do, 3 days back to back, you can't argue with that. I mean, it gives you all the time you need. And it rotates round, so you always end up with weekends off here and then weekdays. You know, so yeah, I can hit a load of car shows. Yeah. Or I can go to like a steam museum somewhere or something. You know, I can, because it's the car channel, the car channel is, it's a vehicle channel. Okay, it's starting as a car channel because it's just easy. We don't need a budget for that, we already own the cars. It's easy, yeah? But I would like it to be a vehicle channel. So, for example, somebody that might be involved in this, Matt, I know he watches this, hello, he's ex-RAF. And okay, he wasn't a pilot, but he was ex-RAF. And if he does get involved in this, he likes his motorbikes and things like that, but if there's ever a kind of opportunity for one of us to take a flight in a B-17 or something, I'm sure he could field that one quite happily. Yeah. So you'd have a plane on the channel. I like steam trains. I've always loved steam locomotives. If I have an opportunity to go to a steam museum and maybe, you know, talk about it with an engineer or even ride, you know, on the train down the track or something, that will appear. So I'd like it to be a vehicle channel as time goes on. But again, we'll see what goes on. But if I go full time, it's 5 on, it's 3 off, it's 20 minutes away, and I don't have to worry. I can book a holiday, and I don't have to work frantically to save the money to cover not earning any money. Yes, I earn more at the moment, so I would naturally have that money, but I've got corporation tax, I've got personal tax, I've got accountancy bills. Yeah, so yes, I earn a bit more money and it does cover me if I'm off sick. I have to have a bit more coming in because obviously holidays and stuff like that. But I don't really earn a huge amount. I mean, the average last year, take home, the average was about 620. Okay, of everything that I earn, the 800s and everything like that, the take home that I was actually able to live on was about 620. If I go full time, the basic with no overtime or nights out is just over 500. So yes, it's, you know, nearly 120 quid a week less, but a bit of overtime, a night out here and there, 50 quid, 60 quid less a week. You know, and again, okay, there'd be the work-based pension that I'd have to enroll in and stuff, but I'm saying how much they're taking after all their stoppages. So yeah, I would literally be 50 or 60 quid a week worse off, which I can stomach. Yeah, because I get 3 days. So I'm trying to give myself a goal. I'm trying to give myself a focus, an aim, a direction, and a plan I can stick to. Because if I can stick to riding that blasted fucking bike, it don't half hurt your nuts. I'm sorry, it's sore as buggery. But if I can stick to doing that, I maybe increase and do some of the HITT stuff that Gary's going to link me to. He's going to show you, he's going to send me the video he uses. If I can start to do that, and I can start to do this, yeah, it's a new goal. Does that make sense? And yes, I know I'm droning on, but I haven't done this for ages. Let's be fair, I drone on. But God, that's getting cold. I've been doing this for way too long. I've just been getting lethargic about everything. And I can't do that anymore. I'm done. I've never been a person to just not do things. You know, if I want to do something, I'll go out and do it. I've never been a person that just lays there and, oh look, the day's gone by, what a shame. I'll get up, have something to eat, watch TV and go back to bed. I've never been that. And the last year or so, just over a year or so, that's what I've turned into. Somebody who can give up 60 cigarettes a day habit like that, with determination and willpower, no patches, yeah, they're not the same kind of mentality, they're not the same kind of person that stays in bed all bloody day. I hate it. And so thanks for bearing with me on this and listening to this whole load of old bollocks. But I'm going to give myself another direction, and you're going to see me once a week, come hell or high water, because if I can ride that fucking bike, I can do this. I hate that bloody bike. I don't hate it as much as that machine. If you're curious what that is, if you can't see it on there, you've seen it in the background before. It's an old cross trainer. And I did that for a while, but I loathe it. But I think I'm going to get that out of retirement as well and start doing that. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it though. Because it used to be in here. It used to be facing the window. And I could looking out the window. You know, watching the birds and planes go over and stuff like that. Because I'm pretty close to Stansted here. And then Bert wanted to do all the woodwork stuff. So put that out of the way so she could concentrate on her woodwork stuff. And now I don't have any room. I'm like, So I might have to get that out of retirement. But I haven't got a clue where it's going to go. It may mean I do a massive clear out in here. Take to the tip a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be here. But we'll see. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus down and you're going to see me once a week on this channel. Even if I'm just driving to the goddamn petrol station. Yeah? You're going to see me once a week on this bloody channel. Because I'm done. I am done being this fat, useless slob. That was a bit more passionate than I thought it was going to be. Can you tell I'm actually done with it? I am done. And I can't be the only fat person on my channel. Danny's thin, Gary is now thin and athletic, Simon's thin, Matt, XREF, he's not exactly going to be a blob. You know, I can't be the only fat bastard. But yes, anyway, I think that's enough. Like I said, the link to the BEARIN'S channel is in the description below. If you have watched all of this and you haven't subscribed to that channel, you're clearly watching this for me. Yeah, you're clearly watching this to be entertained in some way, shape or form by me. So why haven't you subscribed to the other channel where I'm literally there? I mean, think about it. Also, I'm going to see, I don't know if I think I should be able to do this. I'm going to put in the description a link to the BEARIN'S Twitter account, and I've got Instagram, although right, I've gone over 36 minutes, and the reason I know that is because the camera just went blip, which means it goes into the next file. The problem with that is that it misses out about half a second when it changes into another file. The reason I shut up just then is because when I touch this, this is actually set, so it's really sensitive, so I've got to hold it over here, otherwise I'm going to be screaming at you. This actually just keeps recording. It's just a constant audio for as long as it records for 2-3 hours or whatever, and it won't go into another file. So when I sync up all the audio, I have to. It's a real pain in the arse to sync up the audio when the file changes on that. So that's why it suddenly jumped there. Now where was I before I did all of this? Oh yeah. I've got Instagram, right? So I've got link below. Like I said, there'll be the Twitter link, and there'll most likely be the Instagram link as well. I don't have Facebook because Facebook banned me instantly. It completely suspended the account the moment I set it up. I have no clue, so Facebook can go and get whatever. I know most of you guys, whether you're Twitter or Facebook, you literally all have Instagram, so the Instagram is probably going to work better for you. So I'm glad I've got the Instagram. I haven't done anything to the Instagram yet, so there's no like bio or any of that. I've still got to do that, but I've never used Instagram. Don't really understand it. I've got to learn it. So I'll put the links in the description below, so you can just click down, look at the description, and click it. Goes there, and you can follow, subscribe, whatever. So that's for the BEARIN'S phone. And this wasn't a good purchase. This is a Huawei, but this is a really basic one. It's like 180 quid. And Bert saw the Huawei and she had to look at it. She liked the way it worked and everything like that. And so when she renewed her contract, she got the flagship Huawei, which is like 800 quid, right? She got that. Now I got this to use for like mobile camera footage for when I'm recording here and there, because this is old, knackered, full of crap, and my works phone. And it's a Samsung. And I don't like Samsung. And this, unfortunately, because I got the cheap one, I didn't think about it. Oh, sneezing again, sorry about that. Now, yeah, this doesn't have the stability control. You know, that kind of anti-shake thing in the camera. It's literally a fixed camera. I have a shake. I don't know whether you've ever seen it before. Yeah, I've always had it. My dad had it. His dad had it. We've all had it. Yeah. My dad's dad, my granddad, he lived to 94. And he only died because of a cock-up in an NHS hospital in Sheffield. He died of dysentery. That's a big cock-up. You know, lived to 94. My dad's in his 70s. You know, and all of us, we've always had that shake. Or whatever. So, using this, without my... Oh, I took it indoors, didn't I? Because I'm an idiot. Right, without my gimbal thing, he's like... You know, everything I'm recording... It really doesn't look good, so it was like, And the other thing is, when I use the camera on this, it darkens. So when I'm outside in natural light, it's fine. But if I come into the garage, if I want to record something in the living room, it's really dark and grainy. It's horrible. Bert's one, on the other hand, brilliant. It's got the stability thing. It's amazing. When she gets home, I'll record something with this, and I'll record something with her one, and I'll put it into this, so you'll see it at the end, the difference between my one and Bert's one. So I may, I'll use this for social media for now, but once I get a little bit to one side, I'm going to upgrade to buying the handset, the flagship handset. It will probably be slightly cheaper by the time I get there, but whatever. I'll use this on the gimbal for now outside. It's perfectly fine for that. But it's the camera on this is nowhere near as good as the camera on this. So I freed up some memory on this. I'll probably use this more than I'll use that. But this has got all my apps on it for Twitter, for Instagram, and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, the links will be in the description below. Now, like, if you have been here for this length of time watching this channel, watching this upload, go to Wearing Bearings. It's going to be me and some of my friends. Yeah, so, you know, if you're watching this, you know, just an idea. Yeah. But yeah, what else? Seeing as I usually go well over 40 minutes when I do a vlog anyway, what else? Oh yeah, the Aston Martin upload. The first upload on Wearing Bearings. The intro insert, it will only ever be that length on the first upload. The other ones, I'm just using the same intro music as this with the intro insert that Bert drew. The reason I did that was because I thought, how do you start a vehicle channel? Start up a V8, idle it for a minute, idle it for a little while, and drive away. It's like the perfect sound to start a vehicle channel. I couldn't resist. So don't worry, they're not all going to be 31 seconds long. But that, God dear, that was crap, wasn't it? let's be honest, if you've seen it, it wasn't that great. It's not my best work. I don't know Jamie. Shock of horrors. I met him at the arse end of 2018. I think it was probably November. Simon dragged me into London, central London. Oh, what bloody joys. And Jamie was staying at a hotel down there because he's actually up in Desborough, that's where he lives. And Simon dragged me down there to talk about investing stuff. But he also dragged me down there because he knew I wanted to do the car channel, and because Simon doesn't have the budget to do the BMW, put it back on the road at the moment, because at the moment, to get that BMW back on the road the way Simon wants to get it back on the road, and he is steadfast, he won't just put it back on the road for the sake of driving it. He wants to put it back on the road the way he imagined it, the way he wants it, right? It's going to cost over £25,000. So one of the concepts of this channel, the barn find 1500 horsepower M3 on methanol, can't happen until he saves 25 grand. He didn't tell me at the time, no. So he decided to introduce me to Jamie, who had a V8 Vantage. So I met Jamie and I chatted to Jamie, and Jamie was really enthusiastic about it, and let's get something done. Brilliant. So all I've been doing really is practicing with Simon, buggering about reviewing the Lexus or whatever, you know, i30 or whatever, just having a bit of a bugger about. And I didn't really have any kind of direction for how I was going to do it. And then in January, I'm talking to Jamie, and Jamie's like, you do know that I'm getting rid of this Aston in February, didn't you? No. No. Yeah, well, I want to get rid of it before my 30th in April so that I can have enough money to get the R8 that I want. Oh. So, last minute, bugger off up to Desborough. I use booking.com, that app that you've got on the phone, and I'm not sponsored, I'm just telling you what I'm using. I don't care about that shit. Anyway, bugger off up to Desborough, and I meet Jamie on the Saturday, because I stayed up on Friday night, met him Saturday morning, stayed over Saturday night in the place I was staying, Sunday, stayed over Sunday night, came back Monday. So I had a few nights up there. And I had all my equipment. I didn't have any kind of direction for how I was going to do this. All I know is I didn't want to copy everybody else that does it. You know, I know when you're reviewing a car, talking about a car, there's only so many ways you can do it. So you are obviously going to copy a layout from someone, but I didn't want to just be a Doug DeMuro or something like that. Anyway, and got all the way up there. Saturday morning, Jamie turns up. This is the second time in my life I have ever met him. Okay? So there's no long-term friendship there. There's no, I know his sense of humour, he knows my sense of humour. There's never been a boundary push between us. You know, it's like, if you can remember back to the second season of the relaunch of Top Gear where James May was introduced and nobody really knew each other. Oh, they were heavily scripted, but nobody really knew each other. Well, obviously we're not scripted. Don't know whether you can tell that. So I thought, right, Saturday, what we'll do something nice and easy on Saturday. We'll get all the drive-by shots. I'll stick some cameras outside the I-30. He can overtake me, I'll overtake him. You know, get that kind of footage. Stick some cameras on the side of the car, get some wheel footage driving along the road. You know, all that kind of stuff. I thought, brilliant, we'll get that done on the first day. And if we've got any time after we've done that, we'll do all the walk-around stuff talking about the car. Well, anyway, we drove all here, there, and bloody everywhere, and all this kind of stuff, and we got all the drive-by footage. And then the following day, we started with Jamie walking around the car talking about it, and then we went for a drive in it. Now, all the footage that I recorded of the car outside, you know, driving along, was in the countryside, where I was staying. Quiet, empty roads, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. I got all the exhaust notes. I got we were at one section and this road was like a dead end road. And literally nobody other than the farmer used this road to get to his barn. So what I did was I thought, well, look, you know what? What we'll do is I'll put my little audio thing on the floor. You start at that end, right? Give it the nuts. I mean, give it the nuts. There's nobody down there. Okay, this is like no through road down into a yard, so it's probably a private farmer's road anyway. Just give it the nuts. And then I can get that kind of sound, yeah? So we did all of that, we got everything. Brilliant. Second day, like I said, we start talking about it. Jamie's had an idea. There's this car meet going on that he knows about. So where do we drive the car when we're talking about it? Into town. Into housing estates. How am I going to overlay drive-by footage of the countryside and then talking about the car and we go past the Morrisons? That's called a continuity error. Anyway. So Jamie did his bit and then I did my bit. Okay, now obviously on this channel you've seen my little excerpt, but what I actually did that day was I drove for the same amount of time that Jamie had been driving it. So I actually took over from Jamie and we went basically around the same circuit again, and I talked about all the things that, because I'd never driven an Aston Martin V8 Vantage ever. So we talked about all of those, you know, the things from my perspective, like the steering wheel being really flat. Instead of, you know, most steering wheels are kind of at an angle, it's really vertical. Yeah? And just stuff like that. Anyway, when I got back, I started editing. And as you can imagine from what you've seen, I wasn't happy about it. I put the microphone in the wrong place. There was way too much background noise. Camera angles were all right, but not brilliant. And everything we were talking about was just... Well, it was even worse in the original edit. The original edit of that upload, with me in it, with all the drive-by footage in it, with everything we talked about, was 3 hours long. It was a Martin Scorsese epic from a fixed camera position. Yeah. I was like, I can't upload that. The sound's crap, lighting's crap, camera angles are crap, and it's 3 hours long. Who's going to watch 3 hours of an Aston Martin V8 Vantage review that was, you know, an Aston Martin from what, 2011 or whenever that car was new, I mean, years ago? No one. I hated it. But I needed to upload something. I wanted to launch the channel with the Aston Martin thing. It was the first thing officially recorded for the channel, and I wanted to use the Aston Martin engine starting and driving away as the start of the channel. So I got 3 hours down to 21 minutes 58 seconds. I don't drive the car at all. Half the stuff we were talking about is, well, over half the stuff we were talking about isn't there, and there's virtually no drive-by footage until that little bit at the end. Oh, what a catastrophe that was. But there we go. Such is life. It's a learning curve. And that's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to upload one every month, like I said. I'm going to probably upload them early and schedule them, because somebody said you can schedule them, so I'm going to figure out how to do that, and that'll probably go wrong. Whatever. Yeah. And I'll get everyone together and we'll watch them. Obviously, I'll let them know when it's gone live, so they'll watch them independently. And then I'll obviously get messages from Gary or Dan or, you know, Jamie or whatever, or Simon, saying, well, yeah, that was all right, but why you should have done this there, or should have done that here, or that kind of stuff. And hopefully that will help us evolve and get better, you know. But anyway, that's enough of me droning on for the last hour or so, however long this has bloody been. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do what you usually do. Like I said, in the description are all the links. And let's be fair, if you're watching this and you stay watching this and you're not subscribed to the Wearing Bearing stuff, why? You're clearly here to watch me. You know, seriously, logically think about this. I'm not taking the mickey or anything or trying to be nasty, but think about it. You know, if you have sat through all of this, single camera angle, static camera, me in a chair in my garage talking bollocks, at least on the car thing we're doing something with the car, we're doing something. But yeah, anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next week. Haven't got a clue what it's going to be, but there will be something, because I am determined to kick this bloody fug, this I hate lazy people. And guess what I've become? A fat, hairy, useless, lazy wanker. Fuck. But anyway, cheers for watching. I'll see you next week.